Aquarius, welcome to your full moon in Leo reading. And I hope my fellow Aquarians are doing well. Just a reminder, this is for those of you with Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I'm Aquarius Sun here with you. So, hey, this is hitting our 7th house of long-term committed partnerships. Could be marriage, could be business, could just be significant others in your lives. That, I don't know, you're completing some cycle, hopefully, that maybe you started with these relationships about 6 months ago, August 16th of last year. And there's a lot of intense transformation going on within us at an individual level as Aquarius is moving into Pluto. Yes, team Aquarius. Hey, don't mess with the Aquarians. It's like, yes, this is empowering to our sign. Don't mess with Aquarians, cross watchers. Don't do it. Do not do it. But a lot of intense changes going on with us and how we're coming across to people. And we're coming to Aquarius season, attracting a lot of attention. That's a beautiful thing. However, we are having some challenges in getting expansion in 4th house matters having to do with home, family, sense of belonging, maybe where you reside, okay? But I really think overall this is bringing up a lot of issues for us having to do with relational security, like where do I belong? Who do I belong with? Who are my ride or die peeps? Where are my ride or die peeps? Really seriously. Follow the leader is the advice. And look at that 40, which breaks down to 4. So we are back to the 4th house issues of home, family, sense of belonging. What am I getting here intuitively? I am getting Mother Goose. I don't know why. Is our mom and some children here? I am getting something about a timing issue of having to do with stability. Uranus has been in our 4th house for a while. Not a picnic. Not a picnic. Very hard to get stability. That's coming to an end. We got maybe another year or 2 of that. And things will hopefully start leveling out for us. It's been a wild ride that I went off, right? Yeah, there's issues with stability and security with this card, and abundance, and people being generous with their assets, with their resources. But maybe you're having to take a very practical, realistic approach in life in order to get the success that you desire and deserve. Now, what you're having to let go of is something that maybe you held back on. And again, think back over the last 6 months. Did you hold yourself back from something? I'll find out more about that in a minute. Your power seems to be in love, opening up those emotions, opening up your heart, digging it. And that's been coming out in a lot of the Aquarius readings lately. Where you can get expansion, wow, that's a wild message. Do you need to separate yourself from someone or something? And how you can live more from your heart. There's something having to do with some emotional baggage that needs to be worked through. I'll see what that's about. But yeah, somebody not opening up, guarded, that probably needs to be dropped is really what I'm getting. And I'm getting a lot of cards off of that too. There's security issues with feeling like you weren't heard. So some of you just didn't open up and talk, and it looks like you try to make some progress on reuniting or reconciling with someone, yet there's still some kind of guarded energy here because maybe oh gosh, was there a third party situation that came up? Somebody was not prioritizing you. There's some third wheel here. If this is not like in a romantic relationship, could be Cancer, Sagittarius. Somebody was doing something that made it to where they were not going to they could not or would not prioritize you. I'm just seeing a lot of guarded energy here. It's like you tried to work and make progress, and maybe to some degree you did reunite and reconcile with someone, but I am getting a lot of not being heard, and so then you're not speaking, and it's a lot of guardedness about this. Something needs to be worked on with this in terms of you being more coming from your heart, okay? Let's look at this heart issue because there's, again, what needs expansion on. And I'm seeing, there's something, some unfinished business going on, possibly involving, fixed signs, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Libra is coming up as well, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo might be relevant, and it looks like you couldn't come into agreement or somebody couldn't see something about a give and take in the relationship. And they might have been sorry, okay, that they couldn't make you a better offer, because I'm really getting here that somebody wasn't, they're not committed, they're not planning for the future, they maybe put something off, they're just focused on the here and now, and maybe they're sorry about it, like, I'm sorry I showed up a day late and $1 short. And yet I'm getting, this person might have been in and out too, there might be something with a move here, but there's some unfinished business. There's a karmic lesson that has to be learned, possibly with a fire sign, where it looks like somebody made a bad decision, they didn't see something clearly, or Again, they're not paying attention. I'm getting a lot of not paying attention, which, by the way, that showed up in the Sagittarius reading. It's in the Gemini reading because their communication houses are getting triggered. And it's something about give and take. And maybe somebody got breadcrumbed in a relationship, like emotionally not given a lot, materially not given a lot. Might have been dealing with some very immature energy, children perhaps, who just don't have a lot to give, period. And so you got breadcrumbed. Your power is in you expressing emotions, and maybe that's part of the karmic lesson here, is that people have to understand how their behavior is making other people feel. And if you're just shutting down, which we do, if we feel like we're not being heard or we're being misunderstood, which is common. I mean, Aquarians are probably the most misunderstood sign. And then we get accused of being, more like this, void of emotion, like robot. It's like, no, we're the water bearers. We're carrying and containing a lot of that, but we don't share it with everybody, because if we feel like, hey, you're not listening to me, I'm not being heard, then why am I going to pour it out for you, But I am seeing that this is your power here, is in opening your heart about things that have not been in your control in your life. Matters of, just feeling that negative forces beyond your control, that you were kind of at the mercy of it. And some of you might, have a really hard time opening up about this, because there is so much emotion there. And again, if you have been dealing with going round and round with certain people, feeling that they're not really listening to you anyway, or if they are, they're not going to do anything about it, it's no use. I don't know, maybe there's something about you need to do it anyhow, because it might not necessarily be about them doing anything about it. It's them raising their awareness that this is part of their spiritual growth. The power is in finding new love, okay? Or being in a relationship, like if this is an ex, if this is somebody that you've been going round and round with and they're coming back, if they're not bringing some cup, that probably is a no-go, all right? You need to go where the love is. Some of you have been holding back from a Scorpio, where it looks like there's a separation. Somebody got put out of a relationship, very stressful, maybe a home situation, or again, the communications between the two of you was just very erratic, very in and out. It have seemed like there was some harmony in the communications between you two, yet this is a person who is very much demanding instant, immediate gratification, very self-concerned, not really willing to invest or put in the work in a relationship. And I think you know who this is, right? That's your energy right there. King of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini might be relevant. And there's a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, yet again. So I am feeling like you're dealing with group dynamics or conflicts where people are at odds over security matters. And trust issues are showing up really big here. And again, I'm getting that you've been shutting down or just shutting yourself off because you're disappointed and you feel like, well, if I open up, if I come out and show you how I really feel or what I really think, I'm just going to be disappointed. So what's the point? I think you're compassionate. I think you understand that somebody maybe didn't show up with more to offer because they didn't have it to offer. So I do think you care about this person, yet at the same time, you're overwhelmed and you really are needing somebody to come and lend a helping hand in your life. And that's something that has left you feeling like you're not being fulfilled. Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Absolutely. I've been so working on that in my own personal private time because, we store stress in the body. And if you don't have a good partner to work that out with, if you know what I mean, then you got to find other creative ways, right? It's about how every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. Was I not saying that about that cup? It's not about getting them to love you back or care or whatever. There's something that your life is teaching them that they need to see. So this is about you being called to lead others by example, and your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery and the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Who got the talisman? That was Aries. Do you think we have an Aries here? Now you must share it by being fully authentic. You'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Relate the leaders you respect, and then you will in turn have more to offer. Be blessed.